Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's unpack this. The world of AI isn't just moving fast, it's accelerating at a pace that can feel almost impossible to track sometimes.
It really can. Feels like something new every day.
Exactly. And if you've ever felt like you need a shortcut or a secret decoder ring just to keep up with all the breakthroughs, the investments, the actual tools you can use, well, you're in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're doing just that. We're cutting through the noise, sifting through a whole stack of sources, and really pulling out the vital insights, the game-changing tools, and the smart tips you need to stay informed.
Yeah, and we're covering a lot of ground.
We really are. Everything from how AI is reshaping, like how we shop, how big businesses operate, all the way to the sort of foundational shifts in AI development itself, and, crucially, the ethical side of things.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is how these different announcements, which might seem separate, actually paint this really comprehensive picture of AI's evolution. Well, you see everything from those immediate, consumer-facing things like how you might find your next purchase, right through to the absolutely critical, huge investments in computing power. And the increasingly sophisticated safety rules needed for these models. It's this constant push and pull between innovation and responsibility.
Absolutely, a real dynamic interplay. And that dynamic is exactly why we're starting with something that a lot of us might experience pretty directly pretty soon.
Okay.
Imagine pointing your phone at literally anything around you. Could be cool shoes someone's wearing, a unique lamp in a cafe, and bam, you can instantly buy it. Amazon's making that a reality.
Yeah, Amazon Lens Live. Right.
Exactly. Tell us a bit about how this actually works. What's the tech behind it? Is it just a fancy camera trick?
No, it's definitely more than that. This isn't just some simple filter. Lens Live is a proper AI-powered feature right in the Amazon shopping app. So you scan a real-world object with your phone's camera, and then almost instantly it uses visual search to show you matching or similar products right there from Amazon's catalog.
Wow, instant.
Pretty much. It's rolling out now to, they say, tens of millions of U.S. users on iOS first. And the key part is the interface. It's got this swipeable carousel, lets you compare things quickly, and then boom, add to cart or save to your list.
So it really shrinks that gap between seeing something you like and actually buying it.
To almost nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this runs on some serious AWS infrastructure, using on-device computer vision and deep learning models to sift through billions of products.
Right.
Which raises an important question, doesn't it? What does it mean when visual search gets this tightly integrated with just clicking buy?
And strategically, where does this put Amazon? Are they trying to one-up Google or someone else here?
Well, it definitely positions them strongly against things like Google's Gemini Live, yeah. But Amazon's version is laser-focused on the purchase. It's all about keeping you right there in their shopping world.
Keeping you in the ecosystem.
Exactly. They want to turn everything you see into a potential Amazon buy button. And think about it. For you, the shopper, it's not just about impulse buys becoming easier, though that's part of it. It's also about how all that visual data you're feeding it will make Amazon's recommendations even more, well, scarily accurate over time. It can really shift how we even discover brands. Less browsing, maybe more scanning.
Interesting. Okay, so from changing how we shop, let's pivot to something that's maybe got more immediate workforce implications. Something that's definitely on a lot of people's minds, AI and jobs.
Right. The Salesforce example.
Yeah. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff made some, well, pretty blunt statements recently about how AI is impacting their teams. Our sources say Salesforce cut 4,000 customer support jobs. That's huge, like 45% of that workforce, down from 9,000 to 5,000.
It's a massive reduction.
Yeah.
And the driver is pretty clear, AI efficiency. Their own platform, Agentforce, is now handling around half of all their customer conversations. We're talking like 1.5 million interactions.
Wow.
And Benioff himself, the quote was stark, "I need less heads." He pointed out AI is processing something like 10,000 leads a week now.
Just, wow. Okay, so what happens to the people? Salesforce says they redeployed some.
They claim hundreds were moved into other areas like professional services, sales, customer success roles, but the scale of the cut still signals a major operational shift.
Definitely. So for the human agents who are still there, what's their reality now? And how does this whole agentic enterprise thing Benioff talks about actually feel for the customer?
That's the really interesting part, I think. It raises this important question about the evolving role of humans, right? The remaining agents aren't just working with AI, they're kind of working under an AI supervisor.
An AI supervisor.
Yeah, they call it an omni-channel supervisor, another AI that helps manage workflows, helps them collaborate. And get this, Salesforce reports that customer satisfaction scores stayed consistent, whether you talk to an AI or a human helped by AI.
Really? That's surprising.
It is. And it strongly signals this shift towards what Benioff calls the agentic enterprise, where AI is just baked into operations, often in a supervisory role.
So what does this mean for you then, whether you're dealing with customer service or maybe worried about your own job?
It highlights the undeniable efficiency gains AI offers, for sure.
Right.
But it also really ramps up the discussion around, okay, where does human creativity fit? Where does empathy matter? And it underlines the need for those AI guardrails Benioff also mentioned. It's efficiency versus the human touch playing out in real time.
Right. A crucial balance. Okay, moving from these huge enterprise shifts, let's look at empowering the sort of everyday creator. WordPress, millions of websites run on it.
The backbone of so much of the web.
Exactly. And at WordCamp US 2025, they unveiled something pretty fascinating called Telex. What's that all about?
So Telex is basically an experimental AI tool for developers or even non-developers using WordPress. Its goal is to make creating website elements much easier.
How does it do that?
It generates what WordPress calls Gutenberg blocks.
Yeah.
You know, those modular bits for text, images, galleries, whatever, directly from a simple text prompt. You just describe what you want the blog to do.
Like create a block that shows my latest 3 blog posts.
Exactly, something like that.
Mhm.
And Telex then gives you back an installable plugin, like a .zip file, containing that block. You can try it out now. It's at telex.automatic.ai.
Okay, so it's kind of abstracting the coding part away, almost like AI-powered no code for specific WordPress functions.
That's a good way to put it. And the implication here, connecting it to WordPress's whole mission, is pretty significant.
Which is?
Democratize publishing, right? Making it easy for anyone to build online. Telex aims to make coding tasks like building custom blocks way more accessible. Now, it is labeled experimental. Early testers have had, mixed results sometimes. But it's a clear signal, isn't it? AI-driven development isn't just for big companies anymore. It's moving into the hands of individual creators, small businesses.
Yeah, that could be a game changer for anyone who's ever felt intimidated by the coding side of building a website. Putting AI power directly into your hands, making publishing, as they say, radically open and low cost.
Precisely. It hints at a future where designing complex web features might be as simple as just writing a description.
Okay, so while tools like Telex are empowering creators, let's shift back to the architects of these big AI models. OpenAI, the folks behind ChatGPT, they've been busy apparently on 2 key fronts, making their applications stronger and, really importantly, making them safer and more helpful.
That's right. 2 big pieces of news there.
Let's start with the acquisition. What did they buy?
They're acquiring a company called Statsig. They're known for their experimentation platform, think A/B testing, data-driven product decisions.
Okay, so testing and improving things.
Exactly. And Statsig's founder and CEO, Vijay Raji, he's joining OpenAI as their CTO of applications. So he'll oversee product engineering for ChatGPT, Codex, but also infrastructure and integrity systems.
Interesting. So Statsig keeps operating independently.
For now, yes, from Seattle, pending the usual regulatory approvals.
So why this move? What does acquiring an experimentation platform signal about OpenAI's strategy right now?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really underscores OpenAI's focus on moving from pure research to building reliable, dependable products that can work at a massive global scale.
Right, making it production ready.
Totally. Statsig's tools will let them experiment faster, iterate on features, improve the user experience, but do it without breaking things or sacrificing safety. It signals they're maturing, focusing on product quality, trust, responsiveness for their, hundreds of millions of users now?
Yeah, it makes sense. Building a more robust engine. But like we said, it's not just building faster, it's building smarter and safer. What are they doing on that front, especially concerning sensitive conversations or younger users?
And this really raises that important question about balancing utility and responsibility, doesn't it? OpenAI is actually rolling out some significant safety upgrades and parental controls, supposedly within the next month.
How does that work?
Well, the mechanism sounds quite sophisticated. They're planning to route sensitive conversations, like if the AI detects signs, someone might be in acute distress, to more advanced reasoning models. They mention something like GPT-5 thinking.
Okay.
These models are apparently trained specifically for what they call deliberative alignment, meaning they apply safety guidelines more consistently and thoughtfully in tricky situations.
And the parental controls.
Yeah, that's a big piece too. Parents will be able to link their accounts with their teens. The minimum age is still 13. They can control rules for age-appropriate model behavior, which will be on by default. They can manage features like memory, chat history, and even get notified if the system detects signs of acute distress.
Wow, notifications for distress. That's significant.
It is, and they emphasize this whole effort is guided by an expert council on well-being and AI, plus a global physician network of over 250 doctors.
That level of expert input is definitely notable. So for you, the user, what's the main takeaway here about trust, especially for these AI natives, the teens growing up with this stuff?
I think the takeaway is that safety is becoming less of a, an add-on or a compliance thing and more of a core product feature, a potential competitive advantage even.
Right.
OpenAI seems to be proactively tackling how AI impacts well-being. Their commitment to getting advice from youth development and mental health experts seems crucial for designing safeguards that actually work and make the AI feel more beneficial and empathetic.
So it's a signal that the industry is taking the ethical side seriously, trying to make AI not just smarter, but safer, more supportive for you and your family.
That seems to be the goal, yes.
Yeah.
It's about building trust by addressing the psychological and societal impacts head-on, not just as an afterthought.
Okay, finally, let's talk money. Big money. The incredible, almost dizzying flow of capital into AI. Anthropic, known for Claude, their AI model, just announced a funding round that's, well, it's huge.
Huge is putting it mildly. It's kind of eye-watering, actually.
Yeah.
Anthropic closed a $13 billion Series F round.
$13 billion.
Yep. Led by IconIQ, with Fidelity and Lightspeed co-leading. And get this, it values the company at $183 billion post-money.
Wow, $183 billion. The growth must be incredible to justify that.
It's astronomical.
Yeah.
Their run rate revenue apparently jumped from $1 billion early in 2025 to over $5 billion by August.
Mm-hmm.
That makes them one of the fastest growing tech companies ever.
Unbelievable.
They've got over 300,000 business customers now, and their large accounts grew almost 7 times in the last year. Even one specific tool, Claude Code for developers, is pulling in $500 million run rate revenue, and its usage grew more than 10x in just 3 months.
Okay, those numbers are just staggering. Clearly, investors have immense confidence. But
Yeah.
does this fuel that debate, the AI investment bubble conversation?
It absolutely does. That's the crucial question hanging over numbers like these.
Yeah.
While it shows this extraordinary confidence in Anthropic's mix of cutting-edge research and really fast commercial rollout, it also pours gasoline on the AI bubble debate. The money flowing in shows no sign of stopping, especially for the leaders like Anthropic. And it really highlights the incredibly expensive race for global compute power needed to build and run these things.
So where will this $13 billion go?
They say it's for scaling up their enterprise capacity, expanding that safety research we were just talking about, which is clearly becoming key and growing internationally. It reflects that commitment to reliable, interpretable, and steerable AI systems. Responsible AI is part of the pitch.
Right. So for you, listening and watching this space, it's a stark reminder of the immense value being placed on AI innovation, but maybe also a prompt to think about, are these valuations sustainable? And how much does that responsible AI angle play into it, not just as an ideal, but as a competitive edge?
Exactly. It's a complex. Is it funding vital infrastructure, or are we seeing a bit of speculative frenzy wrapped in a responsible narrative?
Yeah.
Probably a bit of both.
Something to watch. Okay, let's switch gears now to something practical. Stuff you can potentially use, right away. We've got a great quick tip and some cool AI tools from our sources to boost your productivity, your creativity.
Yeah, let's get hands-on.
Our quick tip involves a fun name, Google's Nano Banana model. What is it, and how can it help us out?
Okay, Nano Banana, which is technically Gemini 2.5 Flash Image, is all about creative production, especially for marketing. It can take your, say, basic product photos and transform them into professional-looking marketing ads.
How does it do that?
It's pretty neat. You go to Google AI Studio, upload your image, and then just type a prompt, like create ads for this product to fit in a subway station or make a luxury magazine ad. Nano Banana then takes your product and realistically sticks it into those environments, matching lighting, perspective, everything.
Wow. Okay, so instant mock-ups. Can it do more, like sketches or video?
Yeah, it can apparently bring sketches to life as animations too. And there's a toggle, you create videos with VO, which can turn the images it generates into short animated videos, complete with sound.
Okay, that sounds incredibly useful for marketers, small businesses, content creators. What about the cost? Is this going to break the bank?
That's the kicker. The pro tip from our sources is that via the API, it's apparently just 4 cents per image.
4 cents.
Yeah, which means you can mock up tons of different ad concepts for an entire campaign really, really cheaply, test them out on social media, see what works, before you spend big bucks on actual photo shoots or video production.
That's a huge time and money saver, democratizing ad creation, basically.
Pretty much. It makes high-quality concepting super accessible.
Fantastic tip. Okay, beyond Nano Banana, we're seeing AI tools pop up for really specific tasks, right? Targeting everyday workflows. Let's spotlight a couple more.
Definitely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these tools show how AI is getting really granular, really accessible, solving specific pain points. Like take Aleph AI,
LFAI, what's that one do?
video editing, but AI-powered. It lets you edit and generate really stunning videos much more easily. Think changing camera angles after the fact, adding or removing objects seamlessly, transforming the whole style of the video, all through AI.
Without needing to be a pro video editor.
That's the idea. It puts advanced editing power into more hands. Less about complex software, more about describing the change you want.
Okay, cool for creators. What about streamlining just like the daily grind of work? Meetings, follow-ups.
Ah, right. There's a tool called Radiant for that. It's pitched as an AI personal assistant app specifically for meetings.
So it takes notes.
It does more than that. It captures the meeting, transcribes it, sure. But then, and this is the key part, it executes the next steps directly in your other work tools.
Executes them. How?
So imagine finishing a meeting, and Radiant has already drafted the follow-up emails, assigned the tasks in your project manager, maybe sent out the calendar invites, all based on what was discussed.
Whoa. Okay, that's turning conversation into action automatically.
Exactly. Proper hyper-automation for your workday. Less manual follow-up.
And there was one more tool mentioned, right? For sales.
Oh, right. Jason AI. Yeah, that one's aimed at sales development reps, SDRs. It's an AI agent that apparently uses a massive real-time data set, like over 1 billion points, to personalize outreach messages.
Personalize how?
It handles the multi-channel outreach, crafts messages that are tailored, and its goal is basically to book meetings for the human sales team. So it automates that top-of-funnel prospecting work.
Interesting. So whether it's Nano Banana for ads, Aleph for video, Radiant for meetings, or Jason AI for sales, these aren't just theories anymore.
Not at all. They're practical tools you can potentially use right now to save time, save money, or just spark some new creative ideas.
Yeah.
Tangible ways to leverage AI.
Absolutely. Okay, so wrapping up today's deep dive, we've gone from AI revolutionizing how we shop with Amazon Lens Live to reshaping the workforce at Salesforce, empowering creators with WordPress Telex.
To looking inside OpenAI's efforts to build better, safer AI through acquisitions like Statsig and new safety features.
And then the huge money pouring into companies like Anthropic, fueling both innovation and that bubble debate.
And finally, those practical tools like Nano Banana, Aleph AI, Radiant, and Jason AI that you can explore.
It really shows just how fast and how broadly this space is evolving.
It really does. And I think this raises an important question, maybe a final thought for you to consider.
Yeah.
As AI gets embedded deeper and deeper into basically every part of our lives,
Yeah.
From a casual swipe on your phone looking at shoes, right up to the core infrastructure of huge global companies. How do we, as users, as citizens, keep balancing things?
Balancing what?
The undeniable benefits, the cool innovations, with the critical need for thoughtful governance, for regulation, and for preserving our own human agency in the middle of it all.
Right. How do we keep the human in the loop meaningfully? Definitely something to mull over as you navigate your own world, which is, well, increasingly shaped by AI. We hope this deep dive gave you that shortcut to feeling informed and maybe sparked a few new questions for you too. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and stay curious.